What's going on, guys? We are out here at Lake Mead and we are heading out for the first day of practice. I got here yesterday, got the hotel all set up. This is the 2024 One Bass Lake Mead Open, I think it's called. First tournament out here on Lake Mead in a long time. I haven't fished Lake Mead in probably 5 years or so. Lake Mead's one of my favorite places to fish. Water levels are totally different than anything I've ever fished or seen out here before. So that's gonna be an experience in and of itself. We got a little bit of a drive to where we're launching today. So once it gets light, once we get there, we'll talk a little bit more and then we'll go do some fishing. All right, guys, well, we made it. This dirt road's gnarly. It's just like this white dirt and it gets over everything. My tires are white, the carpet's all dusty, everything's dirty and dusty, and I just gotta deal with it because there's nothing we can do about it now. But we're here, we made it, we're about to put the boat in the water and got the boat all unhooked and everything like that, graphs put on. Last thing we gotta do is put it in the water and then we're going fishing. Let's get this boat in the water so we can start practice for the Lake Mead Open. So one thing about Lake Mead is the water level is down right now, but this lake is still gigantic. It's still gonna take you tons of time to get around. It's still gonna fish similarly in the fact that it's not gonna be a giant big weight tournament. I think the weights are gonna be higher than they typically have been in the past, but it's still gonna be, 15 pounds is still gonna be a really good bag. But Lake Mead is definitely one of the best tournament lakes that we have out here in the West. All right, guys, well, we are on Lake Mead and it's time to start making some casts and trying to put the pieces of the puzzle together. I think Lake Mead's one of the best tournament lakes in the West because it's the most even playing field of any tournament or any lake that we have. Anybody can win on this lake. You could throw top water, you could throw jerk baits, you could throw chatter baits, you can throw drop shots, jigs, you can throw absolutely everything out here and catch tournament winning quality fish. Now, the only thing that's gonna be a lot different in this tournament than in the past is live scope. Live scopes change the game pretty much everywhere on every lake out there. And this is gonna be the first tournament where live scope is gonna be as useful as it has ever been. We fished lakes, or we fished tournaments out here in the past when people had live scope, but it was nowhere near like what's going on nowadays. So this will be an interesting tournament to see exactly how live scope plays a factor. We got a good one, guys. A real good one. That is a tournament fish for sure, boys. Big old one. That's tournament winning fish right there, guys. That's a big fish check probably. That's a 4-pounder, 4+. That thing was a good fish. It got out in here to this deeper water around these sticks. This is gonna get a lot of pressure. This looks healthy up here. Nice color to the water. There's ducks, you can see bait popping. There's cover. There's also a few other boats, so that's why I didn't like raise that fish and do anything other than what I did, is because I didn't want anyone to see that fish, to be honest with you. But that was a good one, guys. Those are the kind of fish that we needed in order to do really, really good. And if we can catch a lot of those, we could make a run at this, seriously. those are tournament winning fish right there. Well guys, we definitely don't want to catch too many of those in practice. We want to figure out a way to get some bites without actually catching them. So we know that they're here, but we're not catching fish that we need come tournament day. But we got to figure out what size things are, because a lot of times at Mead you get a lot of bites. And sometimes those fish aren't going to help you because you can catch a lot of short fish here. And that burnt me before, is I was just getting a lot of bites and I thought that they were going to be keepers because they were jig fish. Came up and did it in the tournament, and none of them were keepers. So you got to check size, because you typically get a lot of bites here, but not all of them are going to actually make it to weigh in. Well guys, I definitely thought the bite was going to be better than it is so far. I'm like halfway through the day and I've literally caught one keeper. Been throwing reaction a little bit. I've done some finesse. Caught a couple short fish on the jig head minnow. And I mean, they're short. Caught one on a drop shot. The GoPros got hot, so I wasn't able to film everything. But it's been super tough, guys. We got to keep grinding it out. Maybe this part of the lake just isn't happening right now. But there's some areas that look good. Found some nice grass. I like the watercolor. And then we still did catch that real big one in the morning. So it's kind of messing with my head. I feel like these fish should be eating. There should be more of them up here, but I can't get them to go. Well guys, we're getting a few bites here and there, but they are far from the right bites. They aren't even keepers. They're little rats. I've caught more than I've shown you guys on camera, but they're like little largemouth, smallmouth. I think I've only caught one keeper today. That's definitely not good enough. I mean, it was one real good one. It was a trophy. I don't know, trophy's probably not the right word, but it was a good one for Lake Mead, that's for sure. But we need stuff to go with it, because one like that ain't gonna do us any good either. Well guys, tough day out on the water. I got to deal with this dirt road now, and we got to deal with the hour drive back to the hotel. I'm glad I came up here, because if I wouldn't have come up here, I definitely would have been wondering what's going on up here. I caught that one big fish in the morning, so that's something that I'm going to have to like keep in the back of my mind and maybe come back up here another day to see if I can get something to kind of go a little bit better. But overall, very tough day today. This road sucks, by the way. It's getting my boat all dirty, and it's like a mile long. So we're gonna be all nice and dirty by the time we get out of here. But I'll see you guys at the hotel. We'll see how Justin did. Well, we got back to the room. Went and had some dinner. We had some good barbecue tonight. I don't remember what the place is called, but it was really good. I had the tri-tip. I think Justin had brisket, and then Justin's buddy Mike's with us, and he had like burnt ends and brisket. All of it was super good. So if you're in the Lake Mead area, you should probably check it out. Well, Justin smoked me today, considering I only had one fish that would have kept. He had like 12 pounds or something, which is a decent little bag over here at Lake Mead. I had probably 10 or so fish that I caught today, but they were all just rats, except for that one in the first thing in the morning.
So today was absolute grind. We got here about 10 o'clock, and I wouldn't expect the fishing to be great, but we threw a lot of reaction baits today, and saw some bays that really set up good if the wind was right. And we stayed in the lower basin. We probably caught 3 or 4 decent crankbait fish, like just really grinding out the bottom. Seems like all the bait here is like stacked in 12, 14 foot. And kind of figured out late in the day, I started throwing a jig in that same stuff and catching better fish. But it's a grind. I think it's gonna take, somebody's gonna have like a 13 to 14 pound bag at least one of the days. They're probably gonna have some good ones. We did end up catching our biggest at the end of the day. It was probably maybe 3 pounds on a chatterbait, but it was 7 o'clock at night, right before the sun went down. So, or I'd say probably 6:30. But other than that, it was a grind. But we just had a probably like 12, 13 pound bag today. So, but we'll see. Got another day tomorrow. Wind's supposed to blow, strong winds from the south. All practice other than Tuesday, and hopefully we can move around and find some bigger bags out there.
So Justin brought up a good point, though, that we got a lot of wind for the remainder of practice. Today was a day that I was counting on hopefully figuring something out, which I didn't. Tomorrow it's going to be windy. Monday it's going to be windy, and then Tuesday it's going to be like the exact opposite, flat calm. So we're going to have to make the best of the next 2 days, even though there's going to be a bunch of wind. We'll see how it goes. You never know, you might just find some wind protected areas where there's fish, or you find something that needs wind, because we're gonna have wind at least 1 or 2 days of the tournament. I don't think any of the days are gonna get canceled, but you never know until the day gets here, especially out here in the desert, because everything changes so fast. But we got a lot of work to do. We got to find some areas to fish, because I don't know that run all the way to where I caught the one good fish today is going to be worth it if I can't put anything else together. But we got 3 more days to try to figure something out here on Lake Mead. I'll see you guys in the morning. See ya. Good morning, everybody. Day number 2 out here on Lake Mead. 1 bass, Lake Mead Open. Going to a new part of the lake today, and we got some work cut out for us. We've got to find some fish. Yesterday we had 1 good one, but that's not going to cut it on tournament day. We're going to need 5 solid fish. I mean, the 1 fish I did have yesterday was a good one. It was pushing 5 pounds for sure. The video does not do it justice, but I didn't want to hang it over to the side of the boat or anything like that, because I didn't want anyone else to see it, because it was the first bite I got all morning, and I didn't want other people to know what was going on over there. So we did not bring it in the boat, unhooked it on the side of the boat. I'm hoping to kind of find some baits that I can throw around in different parts of the lake too. It'd be nice to not have to, it'd be nice to find like a pattern or something like that. So I think we're gonna kind of look for that. Lake Mead's so big that, you know, finding a pattern is definitely key. So we got another about hour drive in order to get to where we're launching today. So once we get there, I'll check in with you guys. We'll get this boat in the water and we will get out there and do some fishing. All right, guys, well, we're on the water, launching out of Temple Bar. Excited to go fishing out here today. Looking forward to trying to put some of these pieces of the puzzle together. This ramp sucks, by the way. Literally had to get waist deep in water. I thought I ruined my truck keys, but thankfully that didn't happen. They got wet a little bit, but I was only in the water for a split second, so I don't think it got too bad. But even still, ramp sucks. Everyone was asking me, oh, is Echo launchable? It's way better than this. The dirt road's longer, but the ramp itself is a lot better than Temple Bar. It'll be nice to launch on a normal ramp here pretty soon, but we're doing what we got to do. We're trying to cover water, trying to see a lot of the lake, trying to find the best area to catch some of these fish. So we're going out here today. We're gonna fish this end of the lake and hopefully figure something out. There we go, it's a good one. Little buzz baiter. Put the buzz bait on, put the trolling motor on high and go. All right, so that's interesting. I got one blow up on the Dogma already too. The only thing is I can work this faster. And one of the things about Mead over the years is that the more water you can cover, the better, because a lot of times these fish are scattered. You just get one bite here, one bite there. And I got 2 bites in this cut, one on the buzzbait and one on the Dogma, but the one on the Dogma didn't actually connect, but it definitely blew up. Hopefully that means in the morning we can just run some water like this and just put the buzzbait in our hand and go, because I can just cover tons of water with the buzzbait, because I can put it on high and just go. Oh, 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 that was a good one. That was a good one. That was like a 3 or 4. That was like a 3 or 4 pound largemouth. Ooh, right on these rocks right here. There we go. Oh, it came off again. Come on. That's a little one, I think. Oh yeah, little guy. These things suck. I don't know why I do this every time, but they're fun to catch. But they suck because of this. There we go. There we go. Come on. There it is. Ate it like 6 times. Oh, When you grab these guys, you gotta grab them because they don't stop moving. Well, so far a solid little morning out here. Got 3 or 4 keepers for the morning, which I would be happy with at this time of the day out here at Lake Mead. Sometimes those keepers are just hard to come by, like yesterday. 13 inchers are game changing because that 1 pound can separate you majorly. When everybody all weighs in the standings, 1 pound makes a big difference. 1 pound can be 20 spots sometimes out here. So we got our work cut out for us. This is a long run for me to fish out this way come tournament time, but I've done it before. I could do it again, and I've definitely gotten the bites up here to make it worth coming out. So we'll just see. We got a couple more days after this one. We still got a long day left out here today to try to keep expanding on things, but so far I'm pretty satisfied with how this morning's gone. And another thing that's a must-have out here at these desert lakes is a good pair of sunglasses, guys. Waterland Fishing Optics, they're my sunglasses sponsor. These are the Ashore frames with the smoke mirror lenses or gray mirror lenses. Love these sunglasses. They're great out in the water, have a little bit of a fuller side to keep some of that light from coming in. I'm able to see down in the water, see grass, see brush. That's key stuff out here on these desert lakes, is finding that cover that these fish want to live in. Head over to the waterlandco.com website and use discount code LUNA15 to save you 15% off. Again, it's waterlandco.com. Use discount code LUNA15. The old 6-minute Dogma with my custom paint job. They like it out here in the desert. Had to make me up some before I came out. Well, this is definitely a better start to my day overall than yesterday. Had a big one yesterday in the morning, but nothing else the rest of the day. So far today, I've had at least 4 keeper bites, and it's only 9:30. So that's key, because you got to have limits, and even some of those 13 inchers that barely make that line can be game changing for your tournament out here at Mead. And every bite counts, every fish counts. Obviously we'd love to have 20 pounds or something crazy like that, but you know, 10 or 12 can be good out here. There we go, guys. Little 2-pounder. Little 2-pounder. Like I wasn't going anywhere. All right, so we got a little jig bite in the wind. Take that guy. Dual Molds weedless jig, guys. Oh yeah. Well, guys, it got a little windy out there to end the day. We're heading back to the hotel now. I'm pretty curious about how Justin did. He went to the area that I went to yesterday, and as I told you guys, I only had the one big one yesterday up in that area, and that's the only keeper I had all day. So it was much more productive where I fished today. So if the tournament started tomorrow, that's where I would go, is back up way far away from the launch ramp. But you got to catch 5, and you want to catch the biggest weight you can. Having limits at this lake is very, very key as well. I don't know how well the entire lake's fishing to know if, you know, a lot of people are going to have limits or not, but traditionally Lake Mead is tough to get limits. Usually you catch a lot of fish, but a lot of them can be short fish, and not all of them end up being keepers that go to weigh in with you. So when I talked to Justin this morning and found out he was going up to that area I fished yesterday, I selfishly told him I hope it sucks up there, because that way we can eliminate it. If I fished up there and it wasn't good, and he fishes up there and it wasn't good, then we can eliminate it. He knows that place up there pretty well, so he probably did better than I did, that's for sure. But hopefully it's not an area that we want to go to. We can eliminate it, and then I also feel like I don't suck. Well, we're back at the hotel. I had plans of going out and rigging up some rods and stuff. Got back to the room, made Justin microwave some spaghetti with sausage, and took a shower, and been sitting here talking on the phone to my buddy. And we're not going out there and rigging anything. We can rig it up tomorrow. But it's going to blow tomorrow. I'm not exactly sure what the game plan is going to be. I think in the morning it won't be too bad, so you can do a little bit of running around in the morning. But then once that wind goes, it's like we're getting like gusts up into the 40s. So it's going to be howling. So you better be in a good spot when that kind of wind starts coming around. Today was productive though. Caught a lot of fish today. I probably caught a couple limits worth of fish today, and I didn't lean on any areas. I was just bouncing around doing different things and catching a fish here, catching a fish there. Found some smallmouth that I haven't been able to figure out at all in the last couple days, but did find a little smallmouth bite, 30 foot of water, pretty specific, 25, 30 foot of water. And I was throwing the Divine swim bait that I like to throw, and then I mixed it up and started throwing a craw on there, and I think they ate the craw a little bit better. They might just be keen on the crawdads a little bit more than some of the other bait, or when they're down there and it just sits in front of their face, it looks more natural to be down that deep. I don't know, but it looked like the craw seemed to be the better deal. It'd be nice to find some better quality fish, which is always what you're searching for, no matter what the tournament is, no matter what the lake is. But today would have been a day where I definitely would have been leading the tournament, but it definitely would have been a decent enough bag to keep me in the mix. So Justin, I think, had a pretty solid day today. He went up to the same area I fished yesterday, and it was a bust for him as well. So that means I don't just suck. It just means that that part of the lake probably just isn't firing. I saw some stuff up there that convinces me that somebody's probably going to figure out the bite up there and probably catch some good fish. There's some grass in some areas that's really good. And then the end of the lake where the sticks and stuff, where I caught the big one yesterday, I think someone's going to figure them out. But, you know, I put some time in there, and I couldn't get anything to go that was solid enough to go back up there. Justin didn't either, and he knows that part of the lake way better than I do.
Well, today was a pretty good day, and it started out. We stopped in one spot where I've had a lot of bait and fish in the past. Caught a good smallmouth on top water. And then my buddy cranked one in the same area, and I could tell there was stripers and bait and everything going crazy there. So didn't want to sore mouth them. We left, ran to the all the way to the end of the over 10, because historically, obviously, you know, guys do good up there. And there's a lot of little babies, and they're not. It's not a very big area. It's pretty small up there, and I mean, I was just weeding through them, just trying to find a 2-pounder or a keeper, and flipping a jig. I was doing everything I could to try to get a bigger bite, and they're all the same size. And I'm pretty much going to rule out the ends of both, probably over 10 and Greg's. Personally, for me, I'd like to try to find that better than average quality, at least 2-pounders. And man, we fished, we jumped back and forth, cuts on each side, back and forth, and got back down into the main Benelli Virgin area, and it just seems like the fishing is just better, you know, like into Temple and that whole octagon little quadrant area. It's like it's more bait, more fish, and we probably caught, between the two of us today, we probably, no exaggeration, probably caught 50 fish. I scoped a lot, dropped on a lot of fish today, caught a lot of small ones. You know, everywhere you see bait, and there's a lot of bluegill here right now, so everything I dropped from shad or bluegill color, I would catch them, and they were small. Our best bites were probably the topwater fish and crankfish, probably the best 2 bites that we had. But I caught a couple on a swim jig today that were decent. Caught a couple on the swim bait that were decent. And I caught a couple good ones on a jig today. I'm a jig guy, so I'm probably gonna have 3, maybe 4 jigs tied on. And you just got to keep that jig honest. I think my bigger bite today actually came on a jig. Now that I'm thinking about it, working it up a point, probably a 2 3/4 pound largemouth. But overall we had a pretty good day. I mean, I would say if we put a number on it with all the fish that we had, there were over 2.5, probably 13 pounds today, something like that. A little bit better than yesterday, but yeah, you just got to cover water. A lot of dead water, and when you find them, those cuts are loaded with bait. You'll catch bluegills on drop shots and everything else, and you'll see the fish moving around. You see the stripers. Like, you just got to cover water, find the fish, and that's the game plan for tomorrow. We're gonna try to stay probably in the narrows tomorrow, stay out of that wind, and check out the narrows, and hopefully on Tuesday, final day, I can run around a lot more because we're not gonna have any wind. But that's the game plan for now.
Well, I gotta upload the footage for today, get it off the memory card so we can do it all over again tomorrow. Looking forward to getting out there. I'm gonna have to really time everything accordingly so I don't get caught in that basin in all that wind. Because if I'm going through that wind or that basin with the 40-mile-an-hour winds, it's not gonna be fun. So we're gonna have to time it all right and make some good decisions in order to make the day as productive as possible. So I'll see you guys in the morning. See ya. All right, guys, launching out of Colville Bay Marina. Good morning. Supposed to get a little western out here today. We got winds up to 40 miles an hour. So we're gonna have to time everything right. Hopefully the wind's supposed to pick up throughout the day. So we're gonna make a little bit of a run first thing in the morning and then come back and fish some more wind protected areas. I'm hoping to make today as productive as possible. That's the best thing you can do on these windy days, is just do the best you can. Don't go in with high expectations of, finding the juice necessarily, but just find different areas that might look right for the different stuff that we found already out here today. And guys, don't forget about Waterland Fishing Optics. Love these sunglasses. I got the ashore frames on right now. I like these ones on the water because they got the fuller sides. Keeps more light from coming in. A couple other frame styles that I really like is the Slanch and the Hybros. Really like the high contrast green mirror lenses too. Those are one of my favorites as well. Head over to the Waterland website. It's waterlandcode.com. Use discount code LUNA15. That code will save you 15% off. They got a lot of awesome apparel, clothing, hats, all kinds of stuff. Head over there, check them out. That dude's hungry. He's got a crawdad down there too. All right, guys. Well, we got our first keeper of the day on the spinnerbait. I think the spinnerbait's going to be a player in this tournament. I put it down a lot yesterday because I know I'm going to throw it, but I want to see what kind of fish are in here. And there's brush down there, and it's just perfect spinnerbait water. So I put it on. I got some short bites on the spinnerbait, and then I got that guy. That was a rat of a keeper, but this area in here has big fish. I've caught big fish in here, and it's notorious for putting out big fish. This is an area of the lake where you could win for sure. But today so far, just little guys. Well, so far this area produced some fish, but only one keeper. I've probably caught 10 fish so far, but only one of them was a keeper. So that's definitely not what we need. We need more quality, and we need more keepers, obviously. That ain't gonna cut it. One keeper in the whole morning ain't gonna cut it. I'm gonna need to, capitalize on that morning bite. The jig seems to be decent in here. I did get some jig bites. I caught fish that I didn't even, put on camera because they were tiny little ones. So I think I'm gonna come back in here though tomorrow afternoon when it's not as windy and see if maybe that jig bite turns on in the afternoon, and then I can run to one area in the morning, fish around there, and then come back here and fish in the afternoon and maximize my time pretty decently, considering how far of a run I'm planning to do as of right now with practice the way it's gone so far. But putting all the camera stuff away, it's really windy today, especially when you get out onto the main lake. I'm in the back of a cut that's wind protected right now, so it doesn't look that bad, but once we get out there, it's gonna be probably a little choppy, we'll call it. So we're gonna put all the camera gear away to make sure that stuff doesn't get ruined because it's expensive. I'll drive with the camera stuff. Will do. Another keeper. Not a giant, but The shade in here makes this a possibility. Well guys, long day today. It was super windy all day. I didn't capture it on camera, but on the way back from my last spot into the marina, it was just ridiculous. Boat was going straight up in the air sometimes. Had to gas it to keep the bow up so you didn't spear waves. And even still, coming back down a couple times it got close. Thankfully it didn't spear any waves or anything like that, but sometimes when you're out here, man, it just gets gnarly. It was blowing all day long, stayed in wind protected areas as best as I could, but even still burnt my trolling motor batteries pretty low. I didn't kill them or anything like that, but got them pretty dang low because of that wind all day, having to spot lock and, you know, just fighting against the wind in different parts of the day. But long day overall. Not very productive. I wish I would have found a little bit more stuff, but you know, had a few keepers today. Caught a lot of fish, but a lot of them were short fish. I didn't include all the fish catches because some of them were like literally like 6-inch fish, guys. Through the ball head with the dual mold slick shiner a lot, and caught a lot of small non-keeper size fish. I thought eventually I would get a keeper doing that, but it just didn't end up happening. So I think one of the most consistent bites that I've had so far is on topwater. Most of my keeper bites have been on topwater and spinner baits. I caught some jig fish too that are keepers, some drop shot fish that are keepers, but you kind of have to weed through some of the fish, and you got to get in the right area in order to catch those keeper fish. I'm hoping tomorrow I'm going to go to another section of the lake and hopefully dial things in a little bit, and then depending on how tomorrow goes, we're going to have to make some decisions whether we go left or we go right, leaving the marina. But one more day out here on Lake Mead to try to get things dialed in for this 3-day tournament. You need a lot of water for 3 days because you have to cover tons of water to catch these fish. It's going to take 13 pounds a day probably to do well in the tournament. Sometimes out here you can win with 13 pounds a day. I'm not sure what it's going to take. I haven't seen big bags of fish for what I'm catching, but that doesn't mean some people aren't. Guys always figure out a way to catch them out here. No matter what time of year, what conditions they are, guys always figure out how to catch these fish out here. These guys are really good out here on the West Coast, and they figure it out. But we got another day. I'll see you guys in the morning. See ya. What's up, guys? Welcome to Lake Mead. It's the last day out here for the One Bass Lake Mead Open. Been out here 3 days so far, and this is the 4th day of practice. We got our work cut out for us. We need to find some more fish. We only got one area that's produced any type of consistency for us, so hopefully that changes today and we can get on some really good winning fish. That's the game plan. Boat's all ready to go. Just got to unhook the straps and stuff like that, but the graphs are on, everything's set up. Don't want to delay too much longer because I need to get as much out of this day as possible. Got to get off at 3 o'clock, so we got our work cut out for us on a shorter than normal practice day. So the crazy thing about Lake Mead is that 1 pound versus 2 pounds is huge. Finding that 2.5 and those 3 pounders is game changing. If you can get a 4-pound fish, there's guys in there weigh in 4 fish for 4 pounds. So that one fish puts you way in advance, way ahead of everybody else, gets you definitely on the track to have a good tournament. We need to find those fish. We've gotten a couple of those bites in this practice session, but we haven't gotten enough of them. We definitely need to find more of those fish, and hopefully we find them today. So one thing to notice is the sweatshirt I got on right now, because that means the temperature changed dramatically. The temperature has probably dropped 15 degrees or so, which is a major drop considering the time of year it is. Normally right now it would probably be in like the, I don't know, the 80s in the morning, but today it's in the mid 60s. So the surface temps over the next couple days should drop down a little bit, which maybe that'll make the shallow bite a little bit better, might bring the bait up a little bit shallower. So it's just some things to keep in mind, because the temperatures have been like around 100 in practice for the most part, but every day so far it's been slowly dropping, and it's dropping into the tournament. So the tournament's gonna have the lowest temperatures at night and during the day of the entire trip. So I have a feeling that's gonna throw a curveball into a lot of the bites that we've already found. So we're gonna have to keep an open mind. Well, those are the ones that we're after right there. That's a good sign. Hopefully we can come through some of these cuts and get a few more of those bites, and then we know what direction we're turning come tournament day. It'd be nice to have stuff closer together, but unfortunately I have two areas, it seems like maybe right now, that are complete opposite ends of the lake, which you probably can't fish both these areas in the same day. It's just too far away. But we're just gonna have to kind of see how the day goes and see what area I think is best and go from there. Well guys, it's two good buzzbait fish and not that long, two different cuts, similar looking structure. So I think that that's a pattern I could run in the morning potentially. That is something that I really like to do. I like throwing a buzzbait, especially around wood. It's something I know how to do. It's something I have a lot of confidence in doing. So I like this back here. This looks like stuff that I'm used to fishing. I feel like I understand it a little bit. So we're gonna abandon that now because I don't want to catch any more of these fish, because I'm sure if I found it, other people are gonna be back here. So I'm gonna want to find some other stuff as well. Maybe go try to find some smallmouth, or you know, something on the points, maybe a jig bite, something a little bit different, so that way I have multiple things I can do out here. All right guys, well this is the best morning by far. Don't have a giant bag, but I also stopped doing the stuff that was getting me the better quality bites pretty quick because I don't want to catch any of those fish in practice anymore. So I think I'm gonna start down here. This has the potential to be a really good area. I have a feeling there's gonna be a crowd, so I think coming down here first day is probably gonna be smart. And then depending on how that goes, we'll have to see what our decision will be for day 2. But so far so good down here. I'm liking that buzzbait deal. I'll probably tie 2 on. I'll have a white one and I'll have my like bluegill color one, because there are a lot of bluegills swimming around. And even though I got a couple good bites on that white one, I kind of feel like there's a couple that slapped at it instead of eating it. So I'm wondering if maybe that darker color will be better. But I'll just have 2 of them tied up and throw them both tomorrow. And whatever one seems to get the better quality bites is going to be the one that I put in my hand. Well guys, super long day today. I got up super early in the morning to get to the lake and get as much time out on the water as I could today because we had to be off at 3 o'clock. Productive day for sure. Found a bite down in a very good part of the lake. It's known to have good quality fish. It's got tournament winning fish in that area of the lake as well, and we found a way to catch them. So hopefully our boat draw doesn't kill us tomorrow. We were boat 96, so I'm kind of worried that there's going to be a lot of people there, but hopefully that's not the case. Hopefully people found other stuff and they're not going to be down there. I know there will be boats in there because it's a notoriously big fish part of the lake, so people will be there for sure. But hopefully there's enough room for all of us to go around and all of us to get on some fish. Going to be putting that topwater to use for sure, and the jig as well. 2 of my favorite ways to fish. I love throwing a jig and I love throwing topwater, and I love burning that buzzbait across the top of the water. I feel like that's something that I've gotten pretty decent at over the years, so hopefully it can put a lot of good fish in the boat tomorrow. Boat 96, I'm on the last flight, long day of fishing tomorrow, so hopefully we can make it useful, get that afternoon bite to be useful and get some quality big fish in the boat and start off this tournament well. I'm gonna get into bed and I'm gonna chill out and get ready for tomorrow. It's like 10:30 at night, got done rigging, did all kinds of stuff in the boat, getting it ready for tomorrow. Long day, ready to get some rest, and I'm ready to start this tournament tomorrow. I will see you guys in the next one. See ya. Good morning, everybody. It is time for the One Bass Lake Mead Open. Getting ready to launch right now. It's a beautiful morning, awesome sunset. Looking forward to getting out here and trying to catch these Lake Mead bass. Looking for some big largies, big smallies. Want to take a good bag to the scales, get this tournament starting off on the right foot. It's a 3-day derby, and you got to catch them all 3 days. These guys are hammers out here. Was fortunate enough to have 4 days of practice out here. One day would be good, one day would be bad. So I'm hoping that the good stuff that I found holds up and we can do some damage out here and get off on the right foot. Lake Mead's not known for big bags. You know, 13 pounds is a good bag out here. 10 pounds keeps you in the hunt. And 8 pounds in the past has gotten you paid. I don't know if that's gonna get you paid in this one or not. I've heard the weights are up overall, but I don't really know. I haven't seen giant bags or anything like that, or giant bites in order to get those bags way up there. So I have a feeling it's gonna be fairly consistent as to what it's been in the past, but time will tell. The scales don't lie. See if I can't get all the way up in there, but we can try maybe get a little closer.
Don't worry about it.
There we go.
Remember, they got to be 13 inches.
There it is. Yeah. Ooh. There we go. We got one. Nice skinny guy. Skinny guy. We got one though. Whoa,
Whoa, careful, man.
Yep. Yep. There we go. Yeah.
Good one?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's a good one. What side?
This side. There we go. Yes.
Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you. My turn.
Good.
Yeah. Well, we had 3, but we only got 2. One fish got fucking fucked up, but it wouldn't help much. Better than nothing.
There we go.
Huh?
Yeah.
Good one?
Yeah. Actually, I don't know, but let's get the net just in case. Nah. Never felt them.
No, I don't. He went too.
I thought I felt good for a second, but I couldn't catch up to it.
Nope.
There we go.
Good one?
No.
What?
No.
No.
Yeah. I don't know, actually.
What?
It might be a keeper. I'm not sure though. There we go. There we go. Number 3.
What color are you throwing?
It's like a green pumpkin color.
Oh, okay.
All right, we got 3 in the box. We need 2 more, and we need them to be 3-pounders.
Yep. I fish in the shade. Good one?
I don't think so. I think it's small. Yeah.
Little one? That?
Yeah. Until I can tell. Doesn't feel big. The head shakes, but we don't. I got it. I got a cold.
What? I don't know. Maybe.
That shit might, dude.
Yeah.
I
I might call that blue one I have.
I don't know. That's pretty tiny.
See that?
All right, guys, well, we salvaged the day so far. We had to make a couple long runs in order to do it, but it was a good call to run to the entire opposite end of the lake in order to catch some fish. We'd like to call at least one more in order to have, you know, a solid bag. Right now, we probably have 9 or so, but I'd like to cull one out and get up to 10. And if we can get any more than that, that'd be even icing on the cake.
Anything good? That? What?
I'm not sure if it's good or not.
That? No? Sure? I think it's pretty good. That didn't work. I don't know if it helped.
Well, that was a grind of a day, guys. With the morning not going the way we were hoping for, we kind of had to scramble pretty bad. Made the best of a day that was starting off pretty bad. Had some good bites in the first part of the morning, but then it just like died, and we had to swing with it and just kind of run around and grind out a few more bites. And we had a late check-in today, and we were able to, you know, make that useful and coal one around 4 o'clock, so that paid off. I don't really know what we have. I didn't weigh the fish during the coaling or anything like that, so we'll see what we got when we go hit the scale.
All right, up next we got Matthew Luna, boat 96 from Santee, California, fishing with Richard Johnson.
Go, Matt.
5 fish total weight. Matt, how's it going, buddy?
Pretty good. It was rough out there on us, but
Rough fishing, not rough weather, because
yeah,
it was
the
a
weather
beautiful
was great.
day. Yeah.
The weather was great.
All right, total weight for 5 fish today is 966. Matt, good job. All right, here's your receipts. Water bag should be right there. If there's no water in it, grab some from that bump tank right there.
Okay, thank you.
All right, up next we've got...
All right, guys, we're out here for day number 2, Lake Mead, 1 bass open. We're sitting mid-pack right now. We had 9.5 pounds yesterday. We need to crack them a little bit better, move up. Usually at Lake Mead, consistency's a key. So if you can be consistent, you'll continually move up each day. I'd like to crack a bag today just to get really up there in the standings and make a run at, you know, cash and check and have a really good tournament. We're gonna have the national anthem and blast off here in a second. We're first flight, so we got a shorter day today, but I'm looking forward to get down there, looking forward to catching some fish. Fish. Little one. Actually. Yeah. Oh, I thought it felt bigger than that. There we go. Fish. Get in this boat. It's a good one. There we go. There we go.
Good one.
Dang it. It must be small.
There it is.
Came back that time. Oh, that's a keeper. There we go. There we go. It's a good one.
To your left. There it is.
Felt better than it was, but
Okay.
still a keeper. There we go. Oh, that is not the fish I thought it was. There was one that followed this in, and it was a big brown one. And I thought I caught it right there. There we go. That feels like a better one. I'm not sure though. I don't know. All right, we got a small limit right now. We just cold one. Caught one on the drop shot that cold. It's super tough out here. I mean, we do have a limit earlier than we did yesterday, thankfully. But we need to cull a handful of these fish in order to have a chance at staying in the mix to try to improve our bags enough or improve our positions enough to get to the check.
All right, up next, boat 96, Mr. Matthew Luna, fishing with Vincent Alcantara. Went out for 5, caught 5. Matt, how are you, sir?
Doing okay.
Pleasure to have you as always. Got 5 to add to your 5 yesterday, right? Okay, total weight today is 802. Good job, Matt. We'll see you out there tomorrow morning, sir. All right. And with that, we're going to take a quick...
All right, guys, well, we got 8 pounds today. We just weighed in. We're going to the parking lot to get everything all tightened down and get ready for tomorrow. Not exactly what we were hoping for, but I think it keeps us in the hunt if we can figure out a way to get them tomorrow. It's going to be an uphill battle for sure, but hopefully we can get it done. Good morning, guys. Last day out here, Lake Mead. We need to crack a bag. I think I'm gonna go for hero or zero today, because what else do you got to lose? I think I'm just gonna commit to the top water, because I don't know that I can get good enough bites doing anything else other than that. So we might just stay in big fish areas all day and just hope that we can get 5 good bites and maybe have a chance at getting an outside check. But I think that that's the game plan. Might throw the jig around a little bit if it stays slack like it's been. Not that that's the best thing to throw when it's slack calm, but it's one of the better things to do to get bit and get a bigger bite here.
Boat 62, Matthew and Tom, thank you.
Hoping we can catch some good ones today. We're gonna go back down to where I started day 1. There's big fish in there. It's known for big fish. And I had some bites in practice, and they didn't eat on day 1, so we ran to plan B on day 2, and neither of them really worked out very well. So we're gonna go back to plan A and see if a new day produces new bites. Get the stripers or the smallies in the
frog right here. The stripers won't. Bite and you just pick it up.
Nope. There it is.
Cool. You got him? Yeah, that was a cool one now.
Yeah, he ain't gonna make it.
He ate it. That's good.
I got one.
These net?
Yeah. Nah, I got it.
That's a good one. Yeah, that's a good one.
That's gonna be a coal.
That's a coal. Jody, what we made? That's one we're after.
All right, guys, well, we brought ourselves a limit to the scales. Kept thinking we were gonna get a big one at the end there, and it just didn't end up happening. We'll see what we got. I'm thinking maybe 10 pounds at the most.
Clouds are massing above us. Wind's starting to turn a little bit. Matthew, Luna, how are you?
Go, Matt.
Hopefully this thing doesn't come popping out. Matthew, we appreciate coming out and fishing with us. You got 5 fish today. Total weight coming. Total weight for today is going to be 862 for a total of 2630 and 2691 for Tom Noakes. Guys, thanks so much for being here. Appreciate you so much. There you are, sir. See you guys at the U.S. Open. Actually, Matt, I guess you're not this year, huh? We'll see. Might work out. All right, guys. All right, next time, go this year.
All right, guys, well, 862 is the final total. We had a little over 9, but we ended up having one dead smallmouth. I don't know why that one died. That fish was fine when we put it in the box. They were all moving around. I'm not sure what happened, so that's a little annoying. My co-angler was talking to me about the no puncture coal clips, and he thinks that those might be the problem because the fish can't close their mouth properly. I don't know if that's true or not. It makes sense to me because what he said is if they can't close their mouth completely, they can't breathe like they're supposed to, and then that ends up killing them. I can say yesterday I had a fish that wasn't doing very good, and I took the coal clip off of him, and the fish started swimming like it never had an issue. Otherwise, it was floating upside down, and that one would have died too. So I wouldn't be surprised if there's something actually to that. I know the no puncture clips, in theory, seem better, but maybe they're not. Maybe they're actually killing fish. I don't know.
Julius, you need 9.90. You've got no bigs, but you got 5. How you feeling?
Pretty good.
Pretty good right now?
Yeah.
Telling you mean you got a 19-pound bag again?
No, but we got enough.
Got enough. Billy Brown, how do you feel?
Oh, he's got it.
He's got it. All right, well, let's not waste any more time. 5 fish, total weight coming for Julius Maisie. He needs 9.90. He's got 1352 for a total of 45.24. 45-24.